You are taking a vow to yourself to not compare yourself to others. This has been one of the main focus points for you in the evolution of yourself here recently. I feel like you really want to work on staying in competition with yourself and not other people, because you understand that comparison is a thief of joy, okay? And all these societal standards or whatever narrative you grew up with, um, it just, you're not letting it shape anything anymore, okay? You're really taking back this power. So we've got the Five of Cups coming out in reverse to the King of Pentacles. You're realizing that you have confidence, that you have power, that you're not at a loss, okay? And you have the ability to change whatever it is that you're insecure about, okay? So if you're comparing to someone, if you were comparing yourself to someone about a job that they had, then you're telling yourself, instead of being so focused on what someone else has, why don't I work harder so that I can achieve the same things? If you're comparing yourself to someone's body, all right, instead of being a victim, you're alchemizing it and you're exercising more. You're taking your diet more seriously, okay? You're taking matters into your own hands, but you're not a victim. You're not, okay? You have what it takes. The Lovers, you're attracting this mindset in because you're being very gentle and kind to yourself about your approach to it, okay? You're not being your worst critic. You're telling yourself, hey, I know why you feel the way that you do, but instead of being negative about it, how about we look at it from this point of view? And you're shifting your perspective, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, all right? We got the King of Wands. That's that authority. You taking that authority back and you saying, no, that's not what I'm going to allow the narrative to be in my brain, because that negative self-talk, you understand that it's not real. It's chatter. So you're quieting your mind and you're taking control, okay? You're being the leader of your own life. The Ace of Swords. And now that you're able to see this more clear, it all makes sense and it all feels very easy to you, okay? It's like, oh yeah, duh, okay? I also feel like even though this is something that you're working through and purging, you are aware of the fact that it is going to well up inside you in ways, even though it's something that you're focusing the healing on. So as those things well up inside you, you have a tactic for whenever it does, all right? So if that's like, let's say you have this like fleeting thought in the middle of the day, you're very quickly refocusing yourself on the plan, on the plot, which is not to be a victim, which is not to be in any kind of like self-pity, okay? The Six of Cups, all right? This is you pouring into yourself. This is you being that generous version of yourself. And by you being loving to yourself, you're drawing in bigger and better opportunities for you to align with. Okay, so as you let go and you work on these mindsets and these self-limiting beliefs, you're going to be brought a gift, okay? You're going to be brought a gift. The King of Cups, I feel like this gift is you connecting with a past version of yourself, okay? So you're gaining this like confidence and this happiness and this loving, nurturing personality, and it's like this version of you is pouring into little you, okay? So it's like you connecting with your inner child and you telling your inner child that it's okay, because you have to yield those narratives that little you had to listen to that formed the self-limiting beliefs, okay? The Two of Swords coming out. You're like meeting at the crossroads. You're like making this decision. Your higher self has led little you and current you and you know what I'm saying? All three of you are meeting up, and it's like this handoff of this clarity. All right? And then the Queen of Wands. You're just really trusting yourself and leaning into your confidence and knowing that if you stay in an optimistic mindset, you can really achieve anything, because when you sit in that happy place, you're not discouraged, you're not going to be held back by like depression or anything. So keeping your mindset positive and proactive is one of your biggest tools right now. All right. It's encouraging you not to sit in a place of like, oh, woe is me. Woe is me. Okay. So good job. Good job. No comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a thief of joy. I love you. I'll see you on the next one.